Hey everyone, welcome to the Final Cut. So glad you could join us today. We've got a piece of independent cinema on the chopping block, but this one's not an independent horror film. No. This is an independent dramatic comedy, and it is in the form of The Angry World of Brian Webster. It's brought to us by writer and director Jim Heffernan, and we get the story of Brian Webster, played by Chris Goodwin, who he's having a rough time. He's an aspiring filmmaker who didn't have a project go well at all, and he ended up having to scrap that. And since then, he's been trying to kind of find his purpose in life, and life is not making it easy for him, whether or not it's him losing his job, trouble with his girlfriend, or friends who, some of them don't hesitate to tell him just how much of a loser he is. And we see how he struggles to find his purpose in life and his path, while also dealing with a vast variety of characters. This was an interesting piece. The Brian Webster character was played fantastically by Chris Goodwin. You feel for this guy, and at the same time, you want to shake him. And I think that's the purpose of it. You feel sympathetic for him because he is struggling. He really has a passion for filmmaking, but has lost his confidence. And so you feel for the guy. You really do. And then you watch his life falls apart, and you see where part of it is not his fault, but part of it might be his fault. And then there's his friends. I love this cast of characters he has. Freddie, played by ZJ Stadium. Wow, this guy, you're gonna love to hate him. He is that guy of the friend group. He really is. You're really trying to figure out if he is being supportive, but he's known Brian for so long that they've known each other since, they were just connected at the hip since they were kids. So yeah, you've got that friendship angle, and I thought there was a good dynamic between them. I liked Morgan, played by Nathaniel Cook. I thought he puts in a solid performance, and Lisa Caldwell as Suzanne, I enjoyed her performance as well. I mean, the characters that you get in here are very entertaining. They're a little bit over the top at times, but they're supposed to be, and that adds a bit of that comedic element to help balance out the heavy drama that you get. I mean, you're kind of waiting for Brian to really do something drastic. And at one point, he kind of does while he's trying to write another script. And there's this really wild scene with him in the attic, and it involves some blood. And it was so surprising that was put in this film. And at the same time, it kind of lets you more into the mind of Brian. Yeah, there are some quite humorous moments in here, and there are some dramatic, deep moments that'll have you think. And overall, I think it's a solid picture. I would say the only thing that I had kind of a problem with was the pacing. I think it could be trimmed up just a little bit. We got the idea very, very solidly of Brian Webster and what he's going through, but it felt just, I would say, in the second act, it could have been trimmed up maybe just a little bit. But these day in the life type of films, I think, are always interesting, and the fact that it's an indie production, I think, with some solid performances, may surprise some people. The audio in here, I thought, was decent. It wasn't too distracting at all. There's not a lot of special effects at all involved in here, though there is a scene with some dominatrix. So there's some other types of special effects going on there. So there you have it, folks. The Angry World of Brian Webster. I'll put as much information as I can down below. If you like independent dramas and those day-in-the-life type of stories, you're going to want to check it out. If you're not into indie films, you may want to give it a pass, though, because some of the aesthetics may distract you a bit. So thank you so much for watching. Please check out our Patreon if you haven't already. Please hit subscribe and like and all those things here. I thank you for your support. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.